This is something I've never done before in my life, and I never thought I would. But although I've only been doing it for a few hours, I can do at least a bit of it on autopilot. Well, a little bit of it anyway.
Braking, braking, braking. No, no, no. No, you're too fast.
Sorry, was I?
Okay.
This kind of driving takes a whole new range of skills,
No, keep it going.
and you need to be able to use them almost automatically. It's my brain that lets me do that.
Well, my brain is now doing half a dozen tricky new jobs all at once, without my even thinking about it. So much so that I can devote some of my thoughts and my attention to speaking to you.
Lift off, lift off, lift off. Come on, Rob, get your brain into gear.
Right.
Make it work. Come on,
Yep.
inside here. Now drive away.
And that's what brains are so good at. They manage things without us even being conscious of them.
On the inside here.
Your brains are doing it right now. Because whilst I've been coping with 6 new tricky things, your brains have been doing literally tens of millions of tasks, just while you're watching television.
Put it another way, it's as if you were not just driving this car, but driving every car, bus, motorbike, taxi, lorry in the country, all at the same time. You just thought you were putting your feet up.
To see how busy your brain really is, you've got to look at the world differently. Everything that's alive, and quite a few things that aren't, gives off heat. That's what you're looking at now. Every part of your body is burning up energy and creating heat as it goes about the business of being you. But the hottest bit of you is up here. Your brain is burning up more energy than anything else in your body, almost 1/5 of all the calories you eat and drink. And it uses up almost the same amount whether you're concentrating on something really difficult or just wondering whether to put the cat out. Because day and night, your brain is challenged with the most difficult task it will ever face, keeping you alive. Right now, for instance, there are quite a few things on your mind. Tonight's dinner, for example. For starters, your brain is coordinating a major haulage operation. Even though the route is usually downhill, food doesn't fall from your mouth to your stomach. When your brain tells you to swallow, it triggers waves of muscle contractions. They squeeze things along in your esophagus at around 4 centimeters per second. The first scheduled stop is the stomach. It's essentially a biological liquidizer. Its lining is covered in delicate folds which allow it to expand with each mouthful. Inside, a mixture of enzymes and hydrochloric acid start to digest your food. And very probably, your dinner's still in there. It churns away for about 4 hours. Soon it'll be released into your small intestine and, at a cue from your brain, bile will be added. This will help you break down fats. You'll be carrying tonight's dinner for about 24 hours. So I hope you liked it. When it does finally leave you, it'll take around 25 grams of dead cells from your gut with it. But don't worry. You're constantly replacing cells from head to toe. Your brain is managing the body's workforce of approximately 50,000 billion cells, and most of them don't last more than a few years. Cells are constantly dying and being replaced by new ones. Up to 1 billion new cells for old every hour. What this really means is that most parts of your body are, in fact, a good deal younger than you are. But remarkably, these cells aren't replaced, and they're particularly special. Each one has a natural tendency to twitch. They're heart cells, and several million of them working at once is a heartbeat. In this case, it's your head that rules your heart, as it's your brain that decides what rate your heart should be beating at. The same part of your brain that's controlling your heart is looking after the outside of you too. Your body needs to maintain a constant temperature of 37 degrees centigrade, and your brain has a range of tricks up its sleeve to do it. This is skin magnified 1,000 times. If you look closely, it's covered in holes. They're the openings of tiny ducts, tubes through which sweat can flow. There are about 65,000 of them on the palm of your hand alone. If you're getting too hot, your brain switches on your sweat glands. As the sweat evaporates, it'll help cool you down. And should your brain decide that staying warm is what's needed, it's got another plan. Goose pimples. They trap warm air near to the skin and so keep vital heat in. So, all that is being controlled from here, inside your head. And don't think you'll get out of all the hard work by nodding off. Even when we're completely relaxed or asleep, our brains don't let up. This strange contraption is covered in electrodes picking up part of my own brain's activity. 128 sensors detect tiny signals emitted as my brain cells fire. This is the pattern produced when I'm relaxed. Even without a thought in my head, my brainwaves show I'm busy.